I've covered Blackberries and Alcatel phones, but we've never really seen a TCL branded phone, and this is a big deal, mainly for a company that's been famous for building phones for others, and is also famous for being pretty much the most beloved TV brand in the United States. So imagine if the company uses their heritage and what they know about displays, in addition to how to make them really affordable, and then they brought that whole concept to a phone. I'm Jaime Rivera with Pocket Now. We just saw one phone, the TCL Plex at IFA, and we also saw what the company is planning for the future of phones, and it's rather interesting. TCL is actually making various announcements at IFA 2019. I'm not going to bore you with all of them in one video. I'll try to split them up. Let's begin with the TCL Plex. This is the company's first branded smartphone, and their philosophy is display greatness. They are famous for their TVs, and so the whole idea is to make phones that take advantage of this. The company accepts that this is their heritage more than anything else, so this is where they're going to push. Now, this is actually not new. We've seen other companies do this, but TCL claims that their technology is great. This is actually a 6.53-inch LCD display at 1080p plus resolution, and the 90% screen-to-body ratio with a dot, which is their way of calling a punch hole. If you ever use TCL TVs, you'll know that they're famous for their color reproduction, and this phone seems to nail it well. Now, what's missing to nail the whole concept of having great content consumption is stereo speakers. There's that. There is a headphone jack, though, and there's a feature from TCL that they're dubbing Super Bluetooth, which in a nutshell is actually regular Bluetooth 5, but with the option to connect up to 4 devices together. Surrounding the display, the phone's body is of your typical glass and aluminum, but the back has some unique design elements to make it stand out. You probably already noticed that there are 3 cameras and 2 flashes at the back. The main sensor is of 48 megapixels, a 16 megapixel wide angle at 123 degrees of field of view, and then there's a 2 megapixel low light camera. You're going to say, whoa, 2 megapixels in this day and age? But it's actually special. These are 2.9 microns. I've never heard of a sensor with the microns that large. The whole concept is for ultra-fast capture and low-light video, but my briefing was rather short, so I recommend you watch Joshua Vergara's separate video where he shows off samples of how this works. At the front, we have a 24 megapixel selfie camera as well. Again, more samples in Joshua's video. The TCL UI is nearly stock Android 9 Pie with just a few minor layers to differentiate it. The layers have a future purpose to have their TCL products with a similar user interface, which I'm kind of scratching my head because all I know from TCL are Roku TVs, and then in Europe it's Android TV, so I've never really seen their proprietary interface, which kind of means that we might see something soon. And then as for internals, we have a Qualcomm Snapdragon 675, 6 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigs of storage that's expandable, a 3820 milliamp hour battery that supports Quick Charge 3, and nope, I've gone around the specs, I don't see any water resistance here, but we'll keep you posted. It'll be available for consumers in October at 329 euros, which is crazy. It's going to be available only in select markets in Europe and Asia, and even if it's not intended to be a global phone, we should expect to know more about its future in the United States at CES 2020. We also finally got a chance to hold the company's Dragon Hinge dummy samples. Yes, they are dummies, they're not final production units, not even close, but the whole idea is that they're committed to this product, and we should expect to see something very soon, which we just don't know when. Hopefully that Motorola Razr that hasn't really happened. And then we also saw other concepts, a device they call One Piece, which is literally a phone without buttons and without ports, and which seems to be a full blend of glass all around. The company says they have the technology to make this possible, and we should expect something soon. And last but not least, the teaser of the waterfall display is here. A phone with a display so curved that it almost makes the device seem slimmer than it really is. But yes, this is TCL at IFA. Their concepts were crazy, they were cool, but obviously they were concepts. In the case of the Plex, I'll tell you this much. I mean, it's their first phone, and for that, and the price tag, that's kind of crazy. That's really what makes TCL special, but obviously we'll have to test them in the real world. Let us know what you think in the comments down below, and while you're at it, subscribe to our channel and follow us on social media as our extended coverage happens on Instagram, and also follow my personal handles to see what I do here in IFA Berlin 2019. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.